A very good morning and Om Shanti to all of you listeners. Welcome back to your own channel, and today we are going to talk about the 271st day of a godly blessing, where God is teaching us a method in comparison to the worldly method, where we generally do that, but we don't apply the same method over here when we learn godly knowledge and gain power through it. So let's see what does Baba have to say. Baba says, may you have a divine intellect and make the Father's property your own property by churning it. So, divine intellect, Father's property, your own property by churning it. Now, what does that mean? Let's get into the explanation part. Baba says, churn all the treasures you receive from the Father, and they will continue to merge inside you. Just like a child remembers, my father is so and so, my father has done this business, my father's got so much of properties here and there, and my father's got so much of wealth, and he keeps on churning that and the post and position of his father and feels proud of it. So there's some form of pride in that, right? Similarly over here Baba says everyone has received the same property. All the children get the same knowledge at Brahmakumaris and all the points, but those who churn it and make it their own have the intoxication and happiness of it. So if you remember what God has given you, just like what your physical parents have got, what they've passed on to you, or what they have, then you feel very proud of about it. Similarly over here, if you remember what God has given you, then you feel very proud about it, and it helps you to have a very powerful mind. So God has given us what all property? He's given us points of knowledge to maintain peace, love, happiness, bliss, power inside the mind, and all those points of knowledge have been given by God in Brahmakumaris. But if we don't remember them, then that property doesn't become ours. Just like you remember what your parents' property is, what your forefathers' property is, how it's coming down and descending down to you. Similarly over here, God's knowledge is that property. So Baba says this is what it is said: grind your own ingredients and you will be intoxicated. So intoxicated by the knowledge, by the points of knowledge. So those who remain intoxicated by churning cannot be pulled by anything or any problem of the world. So if you keep on remembering these points, then these points make your mind stable, peaceful, healthier, powerful, blissful. But if you forget these points, then the worldly problems, they become more heavier to you. So that's why we read Murli every day. What is Murli? Divine knowledge. We try to meditate every day. That meditation is about remembering these points which have been given by the teacher, God the Supreme Father. So Baba says, pulled by anything of or any problem of the world, because the mind is engaged in remembering those points to make the mind stable. It's not about ignorance of the problems or issues. It's about coming from the right place of strength, the right place of values and virtues to solve the same situations and problems. They automatically receive the blessing of having a divine intellect, because they're churning the property of what God has given them. They're remembering what all knowledge God has given them, and that makes them powerful. So what is this knowledge? You can come and receive it at Brahmakumari Center nearby you. Have a blessed day. Stay safe. Om Shanti.